What's up, guys? It's desRow. It's been a month, a full month, of me going off the grid, without really leaving any reasons or any tweets. I've made a few tweets. I think I made a tweet 20 days ago saying something like, "I think it's time for me to make a video to update you guys on what's been going on," and it took 20 days to get around to it. And so yeah, let's just talk about the present, and then we'll talk about the past, and then we'll talk about the future. So it'll be like a three part video. There'll be a little annotation if you just want to go to the future part. But yeah, let's get to it. I don't know how long it's gonna take. It might take 10, 15, 20. But thank you for taking time to check it out. If you're curious on what's been going on, so the present, with my dad passing. He passed at the end of April. There's been a lot of chaos and a lot of change. So we're not gonna stay here anymore. Me and my mom were selling the house. He didn't leave will, and my parents were not married. So the technicality of all that situation has been very stressful. It's been a lot of. I have two stepbrothers and one stepsister, so it's been a lot of stress, a lot of negotiations and stuff like that. So that's been just me taking care of my mom and taking care of a lot of stuff around that topic, around that subject. So there's been that. There are a lot of calls, a lot of stress. And then my dad was like an healthy order, like hoarder. So like the show on TV, like Hoarders or whatever, when it gets like really unhealthy, and sometimes they have like meat that's like 50 years old or stuff like that. It wasn't anything crazy like that, but to give you an example, we cleaned the basement in the two-story shed, and there were like five coffee makers. Like it wasn't completely broken, and it might be useful, so my dad kept it. There was like, I don't know, like just so many house items and pieces of wood and toxic products for cars and oil and grease for like whatever. It was just insane. Like, to give you an idea, there were like coats, like winter coats from like the 70s in the basement. So it was about like 10 to 15 garbage bags of like clothing items that had to be put into like the clothing things. And then we went to there's like like eco center, like where they like recycle whatever, like um, paint and wood and uh, all sorts of things, like tires. There was like 12 tires in the shed. And so there was like a lot of things like that. Like we had like two full trailers of things to go put there. There was like 6 or 7 rides with the car to go put things there. It took like 4 or 5 days to just clean the basement. But like when I say a healthy order, is that there's just like the basement was never renovated, but like all the things you kept weren't in the way to prevent us from like having living space or anything like that. It was just like the basement was never renovated, so like I slept there. But anyway, point is just so much shit to take care of. And then to sell the house, my mom has so much pride and so much like shame around that topic, that like we're gonna sell the house, but she wanted to repaint. What's the name? Like, like the doors of like pantries or whatever, like in the kitchen. And so we took all of that out and we repainted them. I don't like. My mom has just so much pride. So there's been a lot of that, and it's just like people would come, like my mom would work, but people would come here to like help her, some of her friends. So I'd always be disturbed. It wouldn't be like they'd be like here maybe 5 hours, and I'd just have to open the door and maybe like help them if they had a question or two. But it just created so much stress and disturbance that it was really a problem for me to just be free and not be bothered or disturbed to stream, that I just didn't want to commit to it and be like annoyed on stream or anything like that. So I kind of took a month off. And I actually just played a lot of Overwatch, and just had it wasn't the best month. Like I've been like really emo, and it's been hard on my mood. I'm getting better now, so I'm pretty happy about that. And all of that is like done now. We just need to go to the notary, like the people for the will stuff, like the papers, and then we just need to sell the house. And so most of it is past. So that's the present. That's what I've been living. Well, I say present because it's like a month old, so it's a little bit of a past, but it's like what I've been through, what I've been dealing with. And yeah, just like everything being over, and then like the basement being clean and all that, and like the will stuff mostly being resolved, and like like my mom had so much stress, and she made me stress because I was her rock. I was there for her, and like I talked things through with my step brothers and sisters, or brothers and sister, and but she would get mad at me because she'd be mad at them, and so it was just I don't know. For all the things I've done in my life, that was probably like the most stressful month I've had. So the because of that, it just wasn't really possible to stream. But now I want to talk about the past. I want to talk about the last 6 years. Well, is it really 6 years? StarCraft launched in what, July or August in 2010. So yeah, last 6 years of my life. StarCraft 2 has been really an amazing journey. I think I was one of the lucky few to be able to have a full time gig out of it. A lot of people might think or say, like, oh, this wasn't that great, blah, blah, blah. Like, he hasn't done much. And it's a fair thing to say. Um, I definitely probably could have made maybe more if, like, I worked at a call center or something like that. But it was a passion job with always the possibility to be able to make more, and so that's been the drive. Like I've been happy with my situation, and I'm not someone that spends a lot of money. I was saving money, that's why I stayed at home with my parents. But it's always like, oh, if I can just get to the next level on my game, or if I can get like just a tiny bit more popular on Twitch, I'll be able to. I'll make even more money, that I'll be really satisfied. But really satisfied as in like have even more security, because I was able to save money and all that. Staying at home only gave me free rent, so I would have been able to live on my own if I wanted to. It just was more convenient to stay here, and it allowed me to save even more money, which after the last month has been really really a lifesaver. I finally got my tooth fixed, so well, actually, it's not 100% fixed. They did the root canal. Now I need a crown, but I'm happy I had those savings. But anyway, so the past. So yeah, 6 years, an amazing journey. Just to even go a bit deeper in my past, something I haven't talked too much about, like obviously, like with my weight. It's safe to say, like, I was not a very happy person before I started StarCraft. Would not put myself out there. Would be very with a little bit of a hermit, not that much confidence. Like I still have my weight, and I kind of failed to really kick my weight loss issue in the butt. But I'm still like, after like everything that happened with StarCraft, I'm pretty confident in myself. I think I can accomplish anything. But I visited 6 countries for StarCraft. I went to China, Korea, Poland, Romania, Peru, in the U.S. And in the U.S., I visited many states, Raleigh, New York, California. I think there's another state I've been to. Just can't think of it now. But yeah, just went to many, many places. I almost went to DreamHack Austin this year, but I didn't. I went to Philadelphia, so I guess, is that New Jersey? But yeah, just many, many travels. It's been really, really nice. And again, looking back in the 6 years, I think I had like Blizzard paid me a few trips. When I went to Peru, is paid for. So the rest of those, when I went to Poland, when I went to actually DreamHack in Romania was paid by my team, but when I went to Poland, when I went to Korea, when I went to China, those were paid mostly because you guys, tipped me on the stream, and instead of saving that money, I used that money to travel, and so thanks to you guys, half of my travels, half of that journey was possible thanks to you guys. So I've been able to sustain myself for 6 years with StarCraft 2. Not many people can say that. I think that's pretty remarkable for someone that never really broke through in terms of being a pro. I came really close back in 2014. Early 2014, I was doing really well for myself, and the amount of practice it required was. I think looking back on it, I kind of choked, and like, so I did really well. I got to premiere. I made $2,000, and then the season after that, I had to play Violet, and I remember not. I, you know, what's like I procrastinated practicing versus him. I don't know if it was fear of failure, so I just played CS:GO instead of practicing, but it definitely was something in my head that hurt my consistency in terms of the amount of quality practice I was getting. Because when I made it to Premiere, it was 2 weeks of playing versus any Terran. That was an acquaintance on Skype, and that was about 10 to 15 Terrans, different Terrans. And that was really nice. It was just really nice, and that was the peak of my skill. Um, Now, for Nation Wars, when Legacy of the Void came out, I had the same motivation. But as time progressed, I'm not sure actually what happened. I just wasn't very happy with with like my life in general. My dad started getting sick and all that. But the drive for StarCraft 2, if I'm honest, like 2015, there was the beta of uh, Legacy of the Void, which was nice, but I started working out, which took a lot of time out of me. But looking back in all the years, I definitely had some golden years. I think 2013, before they added WCS, when I would average 1,500 to 2,000 viewers a day, was probably like some of the most fun I had with StarCraft. Traveling in 2012 was really fun as well. And then 2014, I had a lot of success, almost went to pro level in my opinion. And then 2015 and the first half of this year, just really slowing down. And there comes a point where doing the same thing over and over, or is it like the definition of insanity and expecting different results? um, I don't know. Like, obviously, maybe I could have pushed more and done better. Like, there's no doubt. Um, I just, maybe if I was more uh, healthy mentally, if I would have gotten rid of my weight or whatever, I could have done more. I don't know. But all in all, I'm pretty happy with how it went. A good 6 years of streaming, playing, and I'm really grateful for the platform that I was given. I was pretty early on streaming, like January 2011. A lot of people still know me in different games from that year when I was streaming when StarCraft 2 was really huge. I was, yeah, I remember you when you were in Korea, like when Twitch was really, it wasn't even called Twitch, it was Justin TV. I think Twitch became a thing in 2012, but just many people have known me, and the fact that I was given a platform to be able to educate and entertain, just something I really liked. And it also allowed me to grow as a person, going to Korea, just the exposure, Remax, the talk show we did. It's just a lot of fun. Remax was one of the most fun. It was just hanging out with friends every week, or friends and acquaintance. So that's the past, really. Before StarCraft 2, not much confidence, not much going on in my life, not many accomplishments I was proud of in terms of just esports or real life achievements. I'm gonna turn 27 in 2 months, and so actually it's August, and next month I'm gonna be 27. So life goes by really quick, and the last 6 years is something that I'm not ashamed of. I'm really proud of what I've accomplished. Of course, I wouldn't lie to you if I would be pretty happy if I got to like 20,000 viewers and made six figures. But I kind of see this. It's funny because um, sometimes we would talk about like because I played a lot of guitar back in high school, and you would say like, yeah, doing music is really not a great job because you don't make a lot of money because there's a lot of people doing it. Unless you have a band or whatever, you're not gonna you're gonna be a teacher and the money is not gonna be there. But those people do it because they like it. And I kind of see streaming and my situation in the same area. Like you can give me some criticism for not making as much money or not having like a secured future as much as some other people would have with studies or anything like that. But just the passion and just doing what I liked. Like the last 6 years have been really fun. The most unfun part were mostly because of my health, I think, not so much because of the job. But like I said, also the passion to keep on grinding, it chips away. And so for the future, this is a really hard video to make, and I've been thinking about it for a little bit more than a week. So the future, the next chapter of my streaming career, and I guess my YouTube video career, even though my YouTube is actually pretty small, will be Overwatch. I kind of said like 2 3 months ago, I said, oh, I want to diversify my YouTube, and I was putting Overwatch videos, and I was taking it pretty like non seriously. But as time passed and I was a bit unable to stream, I just played more and more Overwatch, and I actually got to Master League and Overwatch without playing too much of the beta. And in CS:GO, I was not the best. I was like maybe plat or diamond, probably diamond in CS:GO. I was LEM, so yeah, I got to when I say master in Overwatch, I got to 70 rating, which is like 1% of the population. There's just so much more I can do and learn, and I have so many uh, so many memories of StarCraft 2 are coming back to me. Remember at the start of StarCraft 2 in 2010 when I was not a streamer yet. I would watch Noni stream, and I would watch his mouse movement and the little tips and tricks that they wouldn't necessarily tell you, but you'd pick up by just watching and noticing things, and you would always be thinking about the game. Um, just like all the things that you're not thinking about because you're playing the game, but you would like watch and start thinking. And then with StarCraft 2, just the drive to learn and the drive to improve just isn't really there anymore. And so I don't know how good I'll be in Overwatch. I don't know if I'll go pro. I don't know if I'll just be a streamer. The goal obviously is to make top 500 before the season ends. And after that, we'll see. Do I want to try to join a team? Will it hinder my stream too much? I have no idea. Oh god, it's been 19 minutes almost. I know my switch for Overwatch is pretty late. I think I look up to people like Fenner and Loco. The way I think about Loco is more of a jack of all trade, master of none. Um, but I like what he does with his YouTube, and that's something that I kind of want to do as well. And I don't want to make any promises to how consistent I will be, but if I can keep putting out YouTube StarCraft content on my YouTube, play like a day of StarCraft a week and put some StarCraft videos on my YouTube to keep you guys happy, that's definitely something that I want to consider doing. I don't know how much it'll enter my Overwatch time and all that. Um, I don't. So yeah, I don't know that about that. That's something I want to do, but we'll see how it actually goes. Uh, it's obvious that I won't be. Maybe I'll play, on a Smurf, on a Master Smurf instead of grinding GM games. It's just that pushing myself to the next level of StarCraft is just some games are very unpleasant. And just there's just so much passion for Overwatch. I know many of you guys are hardcore StarCraft fan, and you don't really care about Overwatch. But like I said, I kind of want to keep continuing some StarCraft at least. And I will stream StarCraft from time to time. So you know, if you still have room for me to keep me subscribed on YouTube and follow on Twitch, then just do it. And then, you know, the titles of the videos are very clear. And then eventually you'll see some StarCraft. Maybe you won't. What else did I write down? Yeah, so if Overwatch doesn't work out in the next year or two, that's kind of like the time frame I'm giving myself. I'll have to face the reality that the journey of streaming is over. But regardless of what happened, I'm really grateful that you guys gave me a chance to do this. And, you know, without all of you, even if you watched me like 30 minutes 6 months ago, without you guys, it wouldn't have been possible. And so that's pretty amazing in itself. Um, if it doesn't work out, I don't know exactly what I'll do. I know physical jobs pay well. Obviously, in my physical shape, it won't be so possible. I know they can be dangerous as well. You know, if you work in constructions, you can definitely get injured on the job and, you know, be crippled for the rest of your days. But so I'm not exactly sure what I want to do. You know, I wouldn't mind going back to or not going back, but I wouldn't mind going to the university because sometimes I do happen to be in a discussion about something and I find myself lacking the words or just the knowledge. You know, if I have the grind, if I have the will to learn so much about StarCraft and Overwatch, you know, I can have the will to learn about anything else if I desire it, if it's interesting to me. So, uh, yeah, I've been talking on my last breath for a while, so I'm just gonna, you know, take this one. So yeah, the present, which has been shit for me, but it's getting better. The past, which has been amazing, and I'm super grateful for. The future, I'm really excited, like insanely excited. So I haven't streamed for a month, and I've been for 2 weeks now. I've been telling myself like, oh, okay, I'll stream. I'll get back to streaming some StarCraft, and then I still want to do Overwatch. Like I still want to switch to Overwatch, but I'll stream some StarCraft, and then I'll explain to them at some point. And then it came to a point this week where like we were done with everything in the basement, like I said earlier. And so here's what's gonna happen for the next 12 days. I'm gonna be streaming 4 hours of StarCraft a day. There's a tournament, DreamHack Montreal. I bought my BYOC ticket. It was $100, super expensive. Given my financial situation after now working for a month, um, so I'm gonna stream StarCraft 2 for the next 12 days because I wanna be ready for that tournament. Top eight is the payout. The prizes is top eight, and so hopefully if I can make my money back, I'll be super happy because you know I don't think I could have sold that ticket, and then it's still gonna be fun to go, but it would be nice to be able to make my money back. There is an Overwatch tournament, and it would have been nice to play it, but it was just too much trouble, and I kind of wanted to commit one last time to StarCraft. So next 12 days, 4 hours of StarCraft, and probably 4 hours of Overwatch. So it'll be 4 hours first of StarCraft, and then some Overwatch. We'll see how it goes. Obviously, if you guys made it to the end of the video, there'll be some annotations for like at the beginning of the videos if they want to skip to like whatever, because it's a pretty long video. I don't think I could have cut it. You know, some people like vlogs, some people don't. Maybe I'll put a TLDR. But yeah, if there's any questions, if there's any comments, if you want to wish me luck, if you want to tell me to go fuck myself, because you just wanted StarCraft and you're upset, I understand. Because you know you guys have watched me for so long, and a lot of you guys are just hardcore StarCraft fans, and you don't really care much about Overwatch. But like I said, I don't know if I'll succeed, but the drive is there, and I have some savings left. And you know, if I have to go work part time as a squeegee or like a convenience store person, just to be able to push the dream a little bit further, I'll do it. I just really want to give it a shot. I mean, I've done it before. Back in Dota 1, I was working in a convenience store, and I kind of think that uh, my ability to talk to stream kind of came from there. I was very trolly at the convenience store. I would be like super ass licking, like, "Welcome to Ultramar. How you guys? How are you doing today?" And then you would have to push a product It didn't matter what it was, and then I would offer like Vaseline or like the fucking like the one fluffy animal that hasn't been sold in 6 months. And I would like come up with cheesy lines and then like repeat it 100 times. It was like the most welcoming cashier you've ever seen in a convenience store. But anyway, I've done it in Dota 1. When I got to a pro level in Dota 1, I was working in a convenience store. Obviously, I kind of want to have a future for myself as well at the age of 27. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for listening to my open-hearted video. Yeah, the present, the past, the future by desRow is probably going to be the title. Again, if you have any questions, comments, anything, leave it in the description. And yeah, I hope to see you on the stream for the next 12 days. Thank you for watching, and have a good time.